Yeah, they definitely do, and I will say Olivia and I had a connection also because we both have to do our effects the same way, where there's like lights that are glued to our bodies and we're like plugged into a wall. So I was like, hey, like someone else knows what that's like. Like it was cool to be able to like kind of commiserate with her on like how we do a lot of that stuff.
Do you want to talk about
Oh no, now I'm scared.
Roundtable.
Oh no. How does she deal with what?
How does she deal with the idea of like she understands her parents' sacrifices while very much grown up?
Yeah, I think that we all kind of come to terms a bit with our parents this season, and there are certain times where we have to call them and ask for help now, and not that all is forgiven, but I do think we kind of realize that they're still family and kind of we grew up in the sense that we understand why they had to do what they do. I mean, all of our powers are so different, so it's interesting, but it's kind of funny to see like Aubrey, who plays Cloak, you know, how he does his effect and how like, 'cause it all looks pretty silly without the VFX, and so we just had a lot of fun being like, oh my god, that's how you do that, and kind of like laughing at it, and then they'll laugh at me like when I do like this and nothing comes out of my hand for like the light shooting stuff, so we kind of got to like tease each other a bit for like how we look when we're doing these things.
How will your relationship with Nico change or stay the same with
I will say Zavin definitely throws a wrench in things and makes it more of a love triangle, but then Morgan Le Fay comes into the picture, and Morgan Le Fay becomes a new villain and is really trying to drag Nico along with her. So I think for Karolina, her biggest fear this season is that she's going to lose her girlfriend, which she certainly starts to do to the dark side. So there's a big shift in Karolina and Nico's dynamic in that way.
The overall Marvel Cinematic Universe, as well as Cloak and Dagger, we now know that like Peter Parker was in the Avengers, he was a teenager, and they know these other teenagers are out there fighting against the evils. Is there a sense of like understanding that they're not alone with
Definitely.
characters in this season?
Definitely. When we meet Cloak and Dagger, it's cool for us as characters to be able to be like, oh, like we're not the only like kid superheroes around. And so there's definitely some like immediate bond between us because of that. She's awesome. She's such a pro, and I doubt anyone has anything else to say about her other than that. But she's incredible and has been an icon for so long. And we were all so excited when she found out that she was cast. And yeah, she was a great addition to the show this season.
Does she like change the dynamic you were already kind of hinting that affects your character? How is she, I guess, a different kind of foe than from what you guys have before?
She's the most powerful villain that we've had. Before, we were running from our parents who had, they had power, but they didn't necessarily have, the kind of power that she does and this like witchcraft. So we're up against this witchcraft and this kind of culty type stuff that's like more than we've ever had to face before.
how's your relationship with your mom going to change now that
Yeah, I had to work with a live baby for the first time, which just really scared me. I was like, there's a life in my hands. I don't know if I can handle this right now. I'm not ready. But it's a fun new dynamic. Sure, we'll go with that.
In season 2, Karolina goes to her father to try and like learn about her powers and everything. Is that something she's still exploring in season 3, like her powers and what she is capable of?
I think she's kind of hit the ceiling on what she knows she's capable of. I think there was more of that in season 2. I think in season 3 we see a lot of what Nico is capable of, and she really evolves into a whole other side of her.
Like I imagine like a bunk bed and like that's like talking.
Tube days were bad. Hated the tube days. Greg and I were stuck in those tubes for like 12 hours a day for way too many days, and we're both traumatized forever. Yeah, that was horrible. Horrible. But grateful for the job, right? There we go.
with the obviously alien nature of the character and parents, obviously the babies, you're gonna Similar, is there any sort of aging process or is it fast possibly because of that lineage?
I hear what you're saying. I can't answer that without giving away a spoiler, unfortunately. You're just gonna have to watch.
How much is Karolina?
Yeah, very much more of an adult, and I think before Nico kind of had more of the power in the relationship, and this season Carolina's the one that's kind of like calling a few more of the shots and kind of standing up for herself and not letting people walk all over her, which I think she's been a little bit too nice to do in the past. So it's been cool like watching her find her voice.
Okay, cool. I just said it out loud.
You know, they added a lot of really cool sci-fi elements this year that I think people are not going to see coming. So knowing that, I don't think there's much more we could add. Like, this season's insane. Like, we add a lot of stuff that people are not going to see coming. So I'll leave it at that, I guess.
Do you have a favorite?
Oh, I missed the rap party this season, but I'm hearing that there's a compilation of how often I fall on set. One in particular, I was shooting a scene and I had heels on a carpet, and I remember this. I tripped and I literally face planted in front of everybody. So I hear there are quite a few of those in the blooper reel this season. They eventually stopped putting me in heels because they were like, clearly she can't handle it. Yeah.
A lot of my friends are saying it, even boys now. Like, I feel like it's more comfortable because boys are much.
Yeah.
Are there any other themes about like the stage of the life of this
Sacrifice is a big one. You kind of learn a lot about sacrifice, and you watch relationships mature quite a bit for sure. And yeah, and I think you get a good sense into what every character truly wants and desires this season. I don't know. That's it.
I'm excited. Like, the fight reaction when we start.